Is the Python 4 leaked? Is it coming? Well, let's talk a little bit about it. Hello guys, once again, it's Matt. Thank you all the members and patrons, make sure to subscribe. And yes guys, a lot of videos started to appear about a certain missile for the Israelis, the Python 4 of course. Is it coming? Short answer, no guys, no, it is not, okay? Probably all of these are fake and it's just somebody trying to get attention, right? But the thing is, why cannot the Python 4 be added right now? And how somebody has these images, right? The first thing is that it is not that hard to actually get these images. Why? Because the missile is already in the game. A lot of people don't know this, but the Python 4 is in the files of the game, guys. Just like the R73 was, just like the A9M was, just like even technically the R77 was in the files long before those missiles were added. Just because a missile or anything, to be honest, is added to the files for testing or whatever the purpose is internally at Gaijin, it doesn't mean that it will come to the game. Although, yes, the Python 4 eventually, obviously, will come to the game, right? But not right now. And why is that? So the first thing, like I said, it is not that hard to actually get images from those missiles because they are already in the game. It's like having the R73 in a mission or a custom hangar or whatever before the R73 was actually added to the game. It wasn't that hard to actually do that. And like I was saying, the second thing is that why we cannot have these missiles. Well, the first thing is that, guys, I don't know why, but the Python 4 kind of became this mythical creature that a lot of people forget that it is not that it's too good for now. I think it could be added, you know, in the sense of performance. It even should be added at some point, you know, like very soon, maybe right now. I kind of don't care. I wouldn't care to see this missile right now in the game. But the important part here is that it's not only the Python 4 that will be added when that missile is added. Okay, so the Python 4 kind of became this mythical thing because it was the missile that appeared in the files, but it feels like people were expecting it without any counters, and we will see other counters to this missile. Don't expect the Python 4 to be added alone, okay? It's a missile that is comparable in performance to something like the Derby in many instances. You know, I think the Derby was even used, it just used the Python as a basis, I think, for design philosophies and stuff. So it's a missile that has a lot of energy, but remember, this is a short-range IR missile, and I already did some videos testing this missile with the, you know, performance that it has right now in the files, and it's crazy how good that missile is. It's instantly doing 180s and very hard to flare, and it's just a very, very, very good missile. It would be the combination of all, like, positive parts of all missiles in the game, and basically added to one missile. So you would have two types of, you know, IRCCM. It would have the energy of a Derby. It would have the turn of like an AIM-9X almost. You know, it would be like 40 plus Gs easily throughout the flight, 50 Gs even, if I'm not mistaken. Even more. Some people claim even more, but I mean, let's leave it at that, right? And it is just too good right now to be added again alone. Of course, if the AIM-9X is added, if the R73M or R74M are added, or I don't know, the MiG-IR, other missiles like that, the IRIS-T, the AM-5, right? All of these missiles, if they are added, maybe we will see something like the Python 4, the Python 5, something like that, right? But until then, don't expect these missiles to come. And again, this thing kind of became a mythical thing because a lot of people were expecting this thing. I mean, I had people coming to me saying that the missile was going to be added in the last patch last year, when we got the Python 3, and it wasn't the perfect missile. It wasn't a bad missile, but a lot of people were, like, a lot of people came and just said, oh, no, for sure the Python 4 is going to be added in the last patch of the year in December 2023. So people seem to be a little bit too optimistic on the time frame of something like the Python being added, right? The AIM-9M is plenty right now for the Israelis, these BRs. The Python 3 is still an amazing missile. I still love to use the Python 3 in the BAS, for example. Even though the AIM-9M is there, I just love to use a different missile and have that option of the speed and turn that the Python 3 has, even though it doesn't properly have an IRCCM or anything, but still can hit targets very, very well, right? And I mean, we just got the Fox 3 missiles from the 90s, right? So it's just too optimistic. It really, really is. And I think, yes, we are getting there. We are going to get there eventually. But things need to settle down. They're still messing with the Fox 3's performance. They don't need another variable to actually do this type of thing, right? It's problematic, I think, for balancing. The main factor for them to actually balance is having the least amount of variables when calculating an UBR, a change in performance, or anything like that that they want to do before even doing anything else, right? So the idea is to have the least amount of variables, try to fix that problem, and then jump to another generation of something, right? And I'm pretty sure that they did that with the Fox 3s. You know, we could have the Fox 3s a long time ago. Many aircraft in the game would already have it, and most of the nations would already have something like that. But what did they did? They waited for most nations to be able to have something that would fire, to be kind of balanced in a certain way, for the IR missiles that were added last year to be kind of balanced in certain areas, like the R-73, the AIM-9M, to be a little bit more, you know, fixed and ready. You can notice that on just they are not doing changes to those missiles in a kind of a while, you know. So they reached a point that they are happy with the development of the IR missiles that we have right now, and then they do the jump. So they're gonna do the same for Fox 3s, right? We're gonna have like 6 months of just playing small additions of aircraft, you know, better aircraft maybe here and there, but in general the same type of aircraft that we already have, the same type of missiles with the same type of performance. Fix all of that, and when everything is kind of settled, then they would do jump. Will do the jump of doing a next gen of IR missiles, for example, or something like that. So don't expect the Python 4 to come very soon. It's really, really optimistic to expect that, although a lot of people are, but still. And yeah, guys, basically this is it. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Python 4, if it should be added right now or not. And I see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. See you.